Introduction to Blender tutorials. In this tutorial we are going to be playing with a system we call Sculpt Mode. In the last session we looked at editing objects and we looked at the difference between edit mode and object mode. In this one we're going to go to Sculpt Mode. So we're going to start with our default cube. So we're going to go up here to Add, Mesh, Cube. Now, this is not going to work when you first jump into this, and I'll show you why in a second, but just let's have a look at it in edit mode. I just want you to notice that's our edit mode. How many vertices do we have in this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 8 vertices in there total. That's going to be very significant in a second. So when I go to Sculpt Mode here, we have a series of brushes going down the side here that we can use to do all sorts of cool things. And this is really cool. There's lots of cool things in the Blender Sculpt Mode. And what it does is it basically looks at the mesh you've got and then it influences it so you can kind of draw and sculpt. Now, when I click on this, you can see it's sort of slightly moving the box, but not much, and I can change things like the radius of the area here. That's how much is affected. I can change the strength. That makes it fully effective. Right, it's moving it a bit, but it's not working, to do anything really cool there. Now, the reason for that is we don't have enough information in this. So if I go back to edit mode now, remember we did a subdivide last time, so we're going to do a subdivide. We're going to change it to 20. So we've got all of those subdivisions now. Now, if we go back to Sculpt Mode, and I'm going to just drop down the radius again. Now you can see it's actually doing something a little bit different. So I'm on this draw tool there. I can drop down my radius and it'll do it even less. So I've got a smaller area, drop it down even smaller. Alright, and I can affect that area. So I'm just sort of sculpting things. Let's put a little A in there. One stroke down there. Boink. Alright, so it's a really cool tool. You can do all sorts of cool things with this. Alright, so you can see it's still, though, a little bit chunky. Now, if I went back to object mode here, there's a little modifier I can do, and I'll just show you this quickly. I can go here to this little blue spanner. So if you go click on that, we go add modifier, come down to generate, and right down near the bottom is one called subdivision surface. And when I click on that, this partially smooths those things out. And if I go to that object and come down here to shade smooth, that will actually make it look quite smooth. Pretty good so far. Now I'm just going to get rid of that, take it back to where it was. I've already got the shade smooth, so I'll take that shade flat and take it back to where it was. Now I'm going to show you another trick. This time I'm going to, and so you should do this with me, delete this. Well, I just did a shortcut for that. Add mesh cube. Alright, now remember, my cube when it comes in only has these 8 vertices, which means it shouldn't work with Sculpt Mode. However, there is this little section over here. You can either press N or press this little arrow here, and when you are in the Tool tab here, come down to this bit here, which is called Dino Topo. Press OK. Now, I have to tell you now, you want detail size down to 6. Now, you can do it 12, but it's better if it's 6. And we can do smooth shading as well if we want. We can undo that. But anyway, I'll show you what this does. What this does is it will allow you to zoom in. And you can see before it wasn't influencing things at all when it was doing this. But when I zoom in, no matter how small I zoom in, I can get a whole heap of detail there. So you can see that, look at that detail, tiny little detail there. Okay, so that's allowing me to use the Sculpt Mode. Now if I go back to edit mode, let's have a look at what it's actually done. So what that Dino Topo does is it actually adds vertices just where you are sculpting. So you can see in that area there, it's added quite a lot in that little high detail bit, not a bit more there. a little bit there. So it adds only the detail you want. So what this does is it means you can get high detail, but you're not making everything high detail, which is what you'd be doing if you subdivided it. You'd have to turn this whole mesh into a whole bunch of things. All right, so that's a very, very handy thing to know when you are using the sculpt mode. Okay, let's look at a couple of these brushes. Okay, so this is a draw sharp. So probably the idea to do, you're going to need to put Dino Topo on for each of these to see what they do. Oh, that's not doing much, is it? But there's all sorts of ones. So clay thumb. Now some of these don't work real well with the Dino Topo, some do. This one's working okay. Yep, yep, yep. And again, you can turn the radius up. All right. Yep. And you can play around with these. Band. This one is one of my favorites. This is a Blob Tool. This is the Blob Tool. That's the inflate tool. Now, with a lot of these tools, there'll be different tool values. So this one's an add. This one's currently on positive direction. If I go subtract, look what happens. It actually digs a hole into the shape. Okay, so you can really heavily modify things quite simply. This is my smooth tool. This will smooth things out for you. That's a crease tool. I probably want the radius down a bit for that one. To show you what that does. So that pulls things in at the sides. Okay. So this is really fun tool. So have a bit of a play with this, and then in a couple of minutes, come back and I'll just show you one more thing with this. Okay, all right, I'm going to delete this shape here, and I'm going to show you how we do something like construct a face. There are many ways, and to do a proper face involves a few more steps, so I'm not going to show you that. This is an introduction. But we'd start with something like a UV sphere, and because a face is basically round in a way, and we would use our side menus here and things like that. We'd scale it maybe on the z-axis a bit, make it a bit more elongated. All right, and we'd have to pull the back of the head out. I'm not even going to bother doing that just now. I'm just going to leave it where it is here. We're going to take this into sculpt mode, and I'm going to show you something called Symmetry Lock. Now, I'm going to go back to my draw tool here. I'm in advance. I want Dino Topo on at 6. Now here, I want Symmetry Lock on. Now this is my x-axis here. I'm going to turn Symmetry Mirror on the x-axis. Now, I'm going to just take that down in size a bit and zoom in a bit. Now you can see there's now 2 dots there. So what that means is when I draw over here, all right, let's go to subdivide it down. I can actually start to change things around. Okay, let's go back to add. This is very, very aggressive. I might use the inflate tool there. And I want Dino Topo and all of those. Make sure they're all on there. It's a funny looking nose. And so what you're doing here with this is you are able to, because it's got symmetry turned on, you're able to put this in here. Like I'll put the little crease tool on, turn the radius down and the strength up. I've got Dino Topo here. I have. And so sometimes you have to go through these things and then you have to sort of smooth them out a bit. Turn the radius up a bit, turn the strength down a bit. So anyway, you get the idea. This is how we do this. Alright, so I'm starting to create a face here. And so as we go, we can start using this as a different mode. So have a play with the sculpt mode. It's great fun. Spend a few minutes. Just getting used to it, because there'll be times when we're using this when you will want to use the sculpt mode. Okay, thanks for listening.